What's up, Spice Rag? How y'all doing today? I am doing much better. Am I all the way better? No. You might still hear a little bit in my chest because it's in there and it makes me cough and I sound like a whole butt. It just sounds awful. But I wanted to come on and give you guys some of the tips that I have come up with that really have worked well for me in this weight loss journey. Y'all know it ain't easy. Y'all know it ain't easy, and everybody who says it is, lies they tell. It is not easy, but I will tell you this. I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of it. When as soon as I say that, something throws me off, like me being sick. You know what I'm saying? That happens, but the core things that I think I'm doing now really do help me, and I wanted to share that with you because there's a lot of you that follow me because of weight loss surgery and this weight loss journey I'm on, and I think these tips will go for anybody, whether you had surgery or not. I've told you what my pros and cons about losing weight, but doing it is a whole nother problem. And if y'all are on this journey with me, you know it is a struggle, and the struggle is so real. I feel like, I've been doing this weight loss thing pretty much all my life, but the last 6 months has been really dedicated to it because that's when I had the weight loss surgery. And really, it's just a tool that will help you have basically the ultimate portion control, but you still can cheat that system. So there's been a lot of things I've learned about myself throughout this whole journey, and some of them I think I was a little bit in denial. And then others, I'm like, oh, okay, this is good to know. So you can adjust and move forward because it's hard. This is just hard. It never gets easier. Seems like as soon as I get on the roll, just on a good roll, and I'll just be working out or I'm eating healthy, something happens. Like I get sick, which I'm almost kicked it, but it's still in there. Either get sick or something happens where like my schedule will completely just go upside down and nothing works. What is that noise? Y'all, I don't know what's up in this house. It should be scaring me sometimes. Me hearing all these noises. Anywho. But yeah, I feel like once I start to get on the roll, get on the ball, or get a momentum going, something always pops up and kind of just throws a wrench in it. And then it throws me out of sync for a couple days or sometimes weeks. And this illness has definitely done that. The first week I was sick, of course, I didn't feel like doing anything. I pretty much slept for almost an entire week. And then this week I'm starting to get back into the hang of it. I'm trying to slowly build up some lung strength because as soon as I get winded, the coughing just starts and I go in. I've had to pull out the inhaler and all of that. So the workout is definitely still on pause. But I will say some of the things that I've done really well is I do a lot of meal prep. And sometimes it's me making things. Other times it's me buying things already pre-made, but I portion it out and I have it set up and ready to go. So these are a few of the things that I keep on hand to make sure that I'm never in a bind, whether I'm out in the field for work or if I'm just home and need something and don't have anything cooked. I always keep, of course, my protein shakes. And I've heard so many cons about the Premier Protein, about it being all of this, not good stuff for you. And that might be very well true. But when I tell you it's really the only one that I can stomach right now, I've tried all of them, even the powders and, mixing your own. And for some reason, this one just works the best for me. And so I'm sticking with it. I make sure I have either one of these a day or a scoop of the Jenna-Pro protein powder. This is what it is. It's the Jenna-Pro protein powder. One scoop is it 30 grams? Yeah, one scoop is 30 grams of protein. It doesn't have any flavor. You can add it to soups, to drinks. Like I said, I add it to my oatmeal. I've tried to add it to my applesauce, but it gives it a little gritty because I'm not blending it. I'm just kind of stirring it in. But it has no flavor. So I make sure that I have at least one scoop or one of these a day in addition to what I eat to make sure I get enough protein. Sometimes I'll have both. Depending on if I'm eating oatmeal and then later I'll have a shake, so I just try to make sure the protein, I always do protein first. One of the other things lately that I've just loved are these little protein packs. These they're 180 calories. They have 13 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, but minus 1 gram of fiber, so 3 3 net carbs, and then there's 13 grams of fat as well. And all that's in here is just turkey, almonds, and then some Colby Jack. And they're just in these little cubes. I'll open it so you guys can see. So there's the meat, the almonds, and the cheese. Perfect little snack. I mean, sometimes this acts as a meal for me just because it's just perfect. Like, you throw it in your bag, throw it in your car. I keep like 4 or 5 in my refrigerator all the time. So even at night, if I'm getting like really hungry and I shouldn't be like, sometimes that happens where all of a sudden I'm just starving, I'll go and grab one of those and just get that in there. And it's not too many calories. Plus, I still am trying to make sure I hit my calorie limit too. So those are my other thing. And then lastly, I love me some applesauce. This one is not the one that I normally get. I picked it up the other day and I didn't pay attention, and I'm trying to think what the other one I get is. Anyway, the reason I get these ones is, read the label, you guys. They have all these applesauces that have like extra sugar added to them. An apple is sweet enough. You don't need the extra sugar. So all this is apple and water. And a little bit of apple juice. So I love these. And these are great because, for one, it's got that baby food consistency. But the one that I normally get has a little bite to it. There's little chunks. I mean, not chunks, but it's not a puree. This one's a puree. It's not bad, but I do like a little texture in it. And I can't remember what the other one's called, but this is the original flavor. It does the same trick. The reason I like them is because, for one, it's very pureed, so you can eat it and it goes down really quick and smooth, and it makes you full fast. Like, I can eat one of these and be full for a while. And it tastes good. I mean, it just tastes good. So I try to keep these on hand as well. One of my other tips is to drink your water. And this tip is going to go against everything that they tell you to do post-op. And they say not to use a straw. But honey, a straw is my best friend. I've always had a problem drinking out of cups. This is I don't know what this is or why my problem, but even when I used to live with my auntie, she'd always be like, "Are you all right?" Because I would drink out of a cup and just dribble down my face or dribble down the cup. Like, I just, for some reason, cannot figure that part out. So I always have preferred straws anyway. But I noticed when I drink without a straw, the way I gulp, it takes in a lot of air. So I feel like I get more air when I'm gulping than when I'm drinking through a straw for some reason. The reason I don't want you to use straws is because they didn't want you to have extra air and make your stomach bloated and uncomfortable. But honestly, that's the best way for me to drink. And I use a straw. And I haven't had any problems with it. I don't notice any differences. I don't like those plastic straws, the disposable kind that you can bend, I don't like those because those do give you a little bubble, especially when it comes in the little ridged bend part. So I have just some plastic straws that are reusable plastic straws that I use. They come in a bunch of different shapes or a bunch of different colors, but I'll just stick this in a bottle or stick this in a cup. I have some cups that I bought specifically just to put ice in, the water, and they're amazing. And that is what really helps me be able to get my water in. So I can only drink ice cold water. The one thing about it being 40 degrees here is that, like, the water bottle I leave in my car, every time I get back in my car, it is perfect. Like, it's so cold and my teeth hurt. And that's how I like to drink my water. Ice cold water with a splash of lemon and a cucumber. Girl, that is some good drinking right there. So I make sure that I put my straw in and I just drink water, drink water, drink water. I have water bottles in my room. I have them in my kitchen. There's always some in the refrigerator already chilling, ready to go. I use these reusable glass bottles. I picked these up from the Dollar Tree. One of these, which is like, they're those drink pouches. Now, I don't put a whole one in, because I'm more of a water juice girl. I'm not a juice. I like to have juice water, just a little flavor in my water. So I'll pour a little bit of that in, shake it up, add my straw. Oh, nothing like some cold water. So satisfying. Y'all better get you some. But then I can always just refill this. When I bought these off of Amazon, they gave me like a little straw cleaner. You just brush that straw off. I'll still throw it in the dishwasher and wash it and let it go. And I just get through it. So I'll probably use one of these packets for 4 of these. So a whole one of these I split into 4 because like I said, I don't like my water to taste too sweet. I like it to still be like, you know, I need the water taste, but just a little something when it gets a little bland, you know. So those are kind of my tips and tricks that I make sure that I have on hand all the time. And I do really well with these. Like I said, I always do protein first. Make sure I get as much protein as I can, and then the rest comes in. I'll probably have, I'm still kind of in a snacking stage. So while I'll eat a meal, like the other day I had some chicken wings. And these were the chicken wings that had the wing, the tip, and the whole wing, you know. You don't find those very often in restaurants. But I had 2 of those, and I had bought 4. So I had 2 of those for dinner, and then the next day I had the 2 for lunch. So typically whatever I have for dinner, the leftover I have for lunch, and then I'll just come up with something else for dinner. I bought some shredded chicken. And I can make lettuce wraps with that, really quick and easy. But I try to keep some protein source on hand that's available, because then you can just add that to stuff. Like, you can throw in some mixed vegetables and kind of stir fry it together. Like I said, you can make a wrap. You can do all kinds of stuff with just having some chicken on the scene. But last week, y'all, I was a crab leg nut. I had crab legs probably 3 days last week. Went to Costco. No, the first time I went to Safeway, and I think I showed y'all that. I got me some crab legs there, and that lasted for 2 meals. And then the next day, I went to Costco with my grandma and my aunt and got me some king crab legs at Costco, which, now I know y'all watch B Loves, and she always talks about the crab, getting her crab legs from Costco. Go there. These crab legs were so big and the meat was so full. When I got the ones from Safeway, the shell looked big, but the meat was hollow inside. Like, you didn't get that much meat. But when I tell you them crab legs be full at Costco, full. And I would eat like 1 crab leg and feel like I was about to pop. It was so much. One day I ended up having just the claw because there was so much meat in the claw. And it's just straight protein, y'all. That's what, when I eat it, I'm just like, ooh, this is straight protein. Like, you know it's good for you. I'll get on these kicks sometimes, and it'll be the same thing I eat all the time. That's why I haven't really done a lot of what I eat in a day, is because I eat the same thing over and over and over. And one week it'll be one thing, and the next week could be something completely different. There's probably 3 weeks where I was like stuck on oatmeal. I could not get enough oatmeal. Every morning I was having oatmeal. Sometimes I'd have it for breakfast, and then I'd have it again for dinner. Like, it was just something that was like, it was warm, it was filling, it's been cold outside, so it was just a perfect thing. I kind of just get on kicks, and I feel like that's okay. You do what's okay for you. All of these people, some people just can't do leftovers and don't like repeats. Honey, I grew up really poor. And we had the leftovers. My mom would make a big pot or a big pan of something, and you ate it till it was gone. She wasn't making nothing else till that was gone. So we would have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you ate that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to that. And I really, especially since I live alone and don't have someone that I'm cooking for every day, I don't need to be cooking all the time. Because for one, I feel like I'll waste it, which is proven fact. I'll waste it. And 2, it's just, I don't need to. So let me stop rambling. I just wanted to come on and give you guys some of the ideal essentials that I have. Some of you asked me, like, what do you do? How do you do this every day? What do you eat? And while this isn't everything I eat, these are just some main things that I eat. So if you have any questions, feel free to keep asking them, and I'll keep answering them. You guys, I have a really fun collab coming up that was supposed to happen today, and I had to cancel because I cannot breathe. My lungs hate me still, and for whatever reason, anytime I get winded, I end up pulling out that inhaler. I'm coughing and coughing and coughing. So I'm hoping next week we can do my Weight Loss Wednesday will be a collab, and I'll tell you who it is then, just because I hope she doesn't say, I ain't working with you, canceling on me. But girl, you know who you are, and I appreciate you so much for being understanding. You guys, Spice Rack! I'll be back real soon, and I hope you guys are there when I get there. So I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for supporting your girl. You guys have a wonderful day, and if you're not a part of the Spice Rack, if you're not a part of the Spice Rack, please like, comment, and subscribe so you can become an official part of the Spice Rack. How about that? All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.